Hello everyone, my name is Pixel Riffs. Welcome to your Thursday Minecraft live stream. Hope everyone's doing well today. Hope you're all very well. Let me turn the music down, fade that stuff out. Hey, and we're here. What's up? How's everyone in the chat? Greetings from Planet Ginger. Gosh, we have visitors from space. Good to see you guys. Welcome along. Welcome along. Got a healthy number of people in the chat, although it says 66 viewers right now. The devil's viewership. No, if we had 600 more people, potentially. There we go, 79. What's up? How is everyone? How's your week? Hope you guys are having a lovely Thursday. Just pouring myself some tea. Trying not to pour it on the microphone. There we go. Nailed it. I can function as a human being. It's Israeli Independence Day and your D&D game night, so you won't be on for long. Fair enough. Enjoy your night. Go and tell your 600 cousins to tune in. The devilish cousins. Hey, Mr. Badger Seth, what's up? Good morning from Maryland. Hello, Maryland. Hello, everybody else dropping their locations in the chat. Stay safe online, people. But I guess Maryland is a big place. Likewise, Slovakia. What's up? Hello. Finishing up a cold. You've been working on that long? Coming to hear me threatening tea crime. What? Spilling tea, I guess, is somewhat criminal. But don't worry, there's enough to go around. So today, we're going to be working a little bit more on the villager project, probably tidying things up. I have an episode tomorrow in which we make a very bad iron farm, and we're going to help that very bad iron farm along today, probably by murdering a lot of iron golems, and I feel kind of bad about that, but hey, it's what we got to do. What up? How's the partnership coming? It's been timed out for a second time, basically, so funny story. I reapplied basically as soon as I could last time, back in April, and it says review complete, and it's basically the same as it was before, where I never got an email to say what the result of that review was, so I presume it's just been, like, passed over without reply, like it's been lost in the system somehow, and I happened to do a quick Twitter search just to see if anybody else was having the same problem, and somebody who works for Twitch in the UK mentioned that they've recently migrated their system to something completely different, like they've moved all of their application process over to a different system. So maybe that was the cause, and he said hopefully that should resolve any problems people are having with applications not going through all the way. So I am hopeful that that is going to resolve itself at some point, and I can actually get a verdict. Whether or not, you know, it's accepted doesn't matter to me as long as I know they've seen it at this point, because it's a little bit annoying just getting the whole thing ignored, I guess. I would much rather get a solid no and have them say, like, we're just waiting to see if your channel improves even more from here, or whatever. But, yeah, right now, in the meantime, everything's going very well as an affiliate, so happy to be here, and I hope you guys are as well. System updates are always full of bugs. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how these things go. But in the meantime, we got some Minecraft to play, so let's do that. And I've been doing a little bit of creative testing stuff, but for now, I think we're just going to drop into the Survival Guide world and continue frying some iron golems in this, the worst iron farm. But yeah, people have been pointing out ad nauseum in my YouTube comments that you can like move iron golems around with leads, which was not the point of this project. The point of this project was to see if the golems would pathfind to that zombie themselves, and it turns out the golem pathfinding range is very limited, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we will potentially be dropping some iron golems in boiling oil as soon as I can. Yeah, this guy, this unfortunate guy, Log Body, we're going to call him. He's having a bit of a rough time. I'm fairly certain he has spawned on the solid block underneath that grass path because they can't spawn on non-solid blocks, and that technically sort of counts as a transparent block. So he is there, and he will be there for the foreseeable future. I don't think he can actually get out of this, which is a little bit of a concern. But there you go. His older brothers are all making fun of him. But yeah, we see what we can do. I need a bit more string and I need some slime if we're gonna make leads. But I do need to throw some stuff in here first because yeah, I've been doing a lot of making of important and complicated things. What are you guys up to today? What are your projects? What are you working on? Your iron golems are all stuck? Yeah, I expect some of them might be. And yeah, it's another one of those 1.14 bugs, those wacky 1.14 bugs that we all know and love. So I imagine that will get resolved in time. In the meantime, I could just dig him out. But I find it kind of funny that he's just there right now. Call me, you know, a monster if you like. So I don't think any of the villagers sell leads, do they? I've got a piece of slime in here, so all I would technically need now is a spider. Or some cobwebs. You accidentally try to hit one trying to rescue it. No, I accidentally hit one as well today, just trying to move it over here. Like, I accidentally tapped left click, and I almost died. He hit me twice, and I was down to, like, 4 hearts. Considering I have full diamond armor with protection, give or take the elytra, I'm like, yeah, no thanks. Not into that. You died trying to save a villager? Yeah, that's an easy thing to do. Is the lighting all off, by the way? I'm going to turn my studio lights on, because right now it's really cloudy, and the lighting seems to be changeable. Bear with me. Saying studio lights makes it sound so much more fancy than I've got a light bulb on the ceiling that I can turn on. But there you go. I have only lost 1 villager in this trap so far, so as far as I'm concerned, it's a win. Defending your plain desert village that has a pillager outpost in the center? What? Gosh, that's some wonky world generation. Of course, we've come to expect this from Minecraft now, but still. Oh my goodness. Speaking of wonky generation, here is the entire iron golem population of this village, more or less, just kind of hanging out casually behind this house. There were a lot more of them earlier as well. I think they have managed to spread out a little bit. There's a few more over here. But, yeah. Log Body over there is not having a great time, it seems like. Let's go see if we can find a spider in one of the nearby caves, because I know there is still a dark spot over here where we might find spider. Where there is not light, there can spider. But apparently not. Not right now, at least. And this isn't dodgy mob spawning or anything because we've only just logged in. What's the difference between green tea and black tea? The kind of tea! There are many different tea plants that you can turn into tea. It's like the difference between nettle tea and black tea is that it's made with nettles instead of made with blackness, I guess. I see with the 20 bits, the poor iron golem that's stuck in a log. He doesn't need your bits. But I do. Thank you so much for the 20 bits. Very generous. You don't drink tea, so you want to try it? Try it. By all means, try. Green tea is nice. Green tea is calming, and the green tea does not have any caffeine in it naturally, so it's often a good choice if you want to have a more calming brew. Green tea is younger leaves. Ah, there you go. If that's true. Blair tea. Don't Blair tea in my chat. How dare you? I am really British. Very British. Exceedingly British. With milk, not if it's green tea. If it's black tea, then go on, I suppose. You have yours plain? Plain tea. I was pretty sure there was a cave around here somewhere. I can't find it now. You find quite a few caves in swamps. On occasion. Mainly because they don't have much in the way of terrain variation. They're just kind of flat. But apparently not. I was fairly certain there was like a sinkhole in this one. Maybe I'm just missing it. Have you been hiding the sinkhole from me? A tea mandatory lessons in Britain? No. Not so much. In fact, I didn't even drink tea until I was like probably 20. I didn't drink tea until after I finished university and had to get a job. And then I thought I would try coffee just on a lunch break because we had a coffee machine or a coffee maker. And I decided that hot beverages weren't all that bad. Having previously reviled them, I was a squash drinker for the longest time. And I know you're probably asking now, what on earth is squash? If you're American or otherwise. Squash is a kind of fruit cordial that is drunk commonly over here by children. And adults who like a bit of fruit but don't want to buy fruit juice. It's like concentrated fruit and probably a fair amount of sugar. And it's nice. You dilute it with water. Tastes lovely. However, the adults drink tea. Apparently. Leo. Well, the sun is going down, so we should get spiders in the regular bit of the swamp anyway. Children and fries. No, I drink squash occasionally still too. It's not quite as stigmatized as I've made it out to be. But squash is nice in the summertime. It's like having a tall glass of lemonade. Except usually with fruit other than lemons. You can get some orange, lemon, and pineapple. You missed Tesco's Mexican lime squash. They had a Mexican lime squash? Should investigate this. Your favorite type of tea is the one on your back. You have tea on your back? Must be very leafy. I've been using a crossbow a little bit more, by the way, because I managed to get a quick charge 3 enchant off of one of my villagers. It's not all that good still. Like, it doesn't do much damage, but I like the speed of it. And the fact that the crossbow also has piercing means that I can reclaim all the arrows. So the fact that it doesn't have infinity is less of a concern. That's the sinkhole I was thinking of. Chapow! Oh wait, needs to load it. There we go. None of you are a spider, by the way, which I find as a... I take that as an insult. Hands up anybody in the chat who gets the Quick Draw McGraw reference. Did I already do something about the iron golem population? No, I'm looking for a spider so I can get more string and make a lead. Because, I mean, I've kind of done something about the iron golem population. It's just that, dang it. Shoot the creeper. It's just that I need to do more about the iron golem population. The iron golem population needs to be led over to a trap that I've made for them. And string, please. 4. Okay, good. So we can make 2 leads at least. I am going to string them along, yes. Kill a wandering trader that gives you leads. That requires a wandering trader to show up, which is not something that's worth waiting around for, in my experience. Any more spiders? Nope, those are all creepers, which is a very bad way of spelling spider. Right, so the golems are going in 2 by 2 then. Whale Tactics has subscribed with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million. I appreciate the support. Thank you. On Bedrock, you can't seem to get rid of the Wandering Trader. He'll disappear eventually. Alright, gents. You know what to do. Seriously, so bad at their jobs. Like they've looked at the zombie like 3 times already and they're like, nah. Anytime you want to actually do the pathfinding thing, he's literally right there. See, told you, bad iron farm. Real bad iron farm. Seriously, there's a zombie right there, my dude. Very confused by this whole situation. Hello? It's weird because this was working literally like half an hour ago. It's really quite strange. See if I leave the guy over here. Because I was initially kind of... Maybe they're just confused by the amount of other hostile mobs that are spawning outside the walls. That might be a thing. I think I did this during the day before. I think they've probably aggroed on something else out here and they just can't get to it. How about now, lads? Get in the lava. Get in the lava. What is going on? Hey, Feb, thank you for the 20 bits. They're having a harder time with this than I expected. Next guess is that there are zombies underground. Like, this guy is definitely hanging around this area. No idea. Trapdoor pathfinding isn't broken. I mean, it wasn't earlier when I tried this. Go in. Let's see. Because I've definitely farmed iron with this before. This is really odd. It's like they're going for him, but they're not going for him. It's very strange. Let me try relogging, just in case, like, something didn't load up properly. 3 iron per ever. See? Works fine now. Weird. don't know. I don't know what happened. This is still original 1.14, yeah, so bugs up the wazoo, I suppose. But still, I've got my meeting point set up over here now. Hey, Mr. Badger said, thank you for the 20 bits. So, yeah. I figure if the meetings spawn iron golems now, then they have a chance of pathfinding their way over to this zombie. But this really isn't very effective at all. It's just something I set up as like a... Here's a trash can for all of these golems that are spawning, basically. See, like, leading him over here seems to have just bugged out his pathfinding AI. Like, if I relog now... He immediately goes for him. That's so weird. How did I trap the zombie? I brought him in overnight. Just, like, made a hole in the wall behind him. There we go, 12 iron. Iron farms are dead. Legit, though, that's so weird. But yeah, like, leading them over here just seems to completely ruin their sense of, like, I need to aggro on stuff now. It's 100% quicker than what I was doing before, which was just pushing them manually. But now they're like, what do I do? How do I do my job? Fascinating. And it's not like the issues with mob spawning either, because... Yeah, does anyone want to check the bug tracker to see if this is a known issue? Because if it's not, we need to report that as a bug. Iron golems will not pathfind to hostile mobs after being led with a lead. See, these two guys are going to wander over there sort of naturally. In a moment, one of them is going to spot that zombie. See, he's coming in from over here now. Watch as his AI takes hold. Ta-da! Iron farm, right? Leads just completely break that. So confused. So confused. Also, the fact that this is a zombie is great because it means the villagers don't go anywhere near it. Except for one villager I had that actually just jumped in the lava because he was an idiot. But I'm pretty sure that only happened with the unemployed villager anyway, so he was probably going through some stuff. A little bit of everything. Hello, welcome to the stream. Today we are discovering some weird stuff about iron golems. That guy just walked in. Like, he wasn't even tracking to the golem. He was just like, I'm gonna walk over here now. It's like he's glitched out. The lead just breaks his programming. So funny. Should bring all the iron golems to the zombie and then log out. I mean, I could do that, but then they'd probably just walk away again. Because they're idiots. Okay, a few more. We're going to leave Logbody where he is, because I like him. He's got personality. Unlike these bozos. Several bug reports of leads, iron golems, and X and Y getting screwed up. Okay, yeah, fair. That's fair. As long as they know about mob pathfinding just being dodgy as all get out to begin with, then I'm okay with it. Because this should work pretty consistently. And it do not. Look out, Mr. Cleric, look out! Yeah, exactly. You want me to bring you the rotten flesh, you don't want the living rotten flesh. Sorry, X and Z. Yeah, no, imagine if X and Y pathfinding was screwed up and instead of going west, they just went upwards. That would be great. I like this zombie's, like, stoic face when all of this stuff is burning around him. Okay, so this is meeting time. They are still pathfinding to the previous meeting site, which is really weird to me. It takes them, like, up to 3 days to accept where I've put the bell. Because previously I had the bell hung up, like, on the front of this, and you can see they're all gathered around that tent pole for, like, no reason. It's really quite funny. Have I considered Doc M's Golem Farm for a future episode? That's the one I've been talking about in my episodes, and it is the one I eventually plan to build. There is a little bit of prep work that needs to go into that, but I think it is probably the future unless 1.14.1 has broken it. So that's kind of what I'm waiting to see, if 1.14.1 has made significant changes to the efficiency of that farm. Because if not, it's probably going to be the one I will build. It seems like the mechanics wouldn't change that significantly, but it's about whether or not having those satellite villages that he was talking about ends up, like, making the farm way less efficient when... He said it was specifically like there was a bug or some kind of, like, unintentional piece of code that meant that those satellite villages actually provided a decent gossip range. We'll see what happens. I'm hedging my bets a little bit. And you know, if I'm going to make a tutorial about something, then I want it to be something that players can refer to for the foreseeable future, if you get me. So I think it's worth waiting for, is the conclusion I've come to. Let's see how much iron we've got now, because that's a reasonable amount. 25, not bad. Not too bad. Oh, and a bit more is coming in, because some of it's just being collected by the... Yeah, the hopper minecart collection system is obviously a little slow, because it just rolls over these hoppers whenever it wants to. But, yeah, that is the iron I have got from farming iron golems so far. So we got 48. That ain't terrible. I mean, I know I've been leading them over here, and they're the ones that have spawned in the village throughout history, basically. But once these villagers realize that there are no iron golems left in their village, they will probably prioritize making more of them. And at that point, if the gossip system works... Okay, I don't think that guy can get out through here, so let's bring him over. If the gossip system works the way it's supposed to, then, like, hey, we don't have an iron golem, we need to make an iron golem, should become the priority, and we'll see quite a few spawning at the meeting point. Only problem is we have to make sure the meeting point is near enough to the quote-unquote farm that it's actually going to make a difference. Tab was having issues with golems and pigment. Yeah, I heard about that, actually. I think a couple of my followers are also followers of her, and they mentioned it in a Discord I'm part of. I love how instantly they take a couple of seconds, the world loads around them, and then they're like, oh gosh, there's a zombie, and then bam, dealt with. Alright, looks like it's just this guy and Logbody left. Not thrilled about villagers counting towards the passive mob cap. No, I imagine that will end up changing. I feel like the tech community's raising enough of a stink about that that's going to ultimately get changed. Surprised he liked the fact that I build beginners farms in my guide. Yeah, that's the idea, really. Like, you can follow the people that everybody follows. You can follow, you know, Ilmango and Doc and Tango and everybody who makes those, and Nembon, everyone who makes those kind of like high efficiency, high yield, almost like conceptual farms in how intense they are. But ultimately, like, realistically, the average player is not going to get much use out of a farm like that, or is not going to need it. So I think there is a gap in the market, shall we say, for people making tutorials for smaller scale farms that the average player is not going to have to read the manual to understand, you know? At least that's the hope. That's my hope for what people get out of the survival guide, really, is something that's a bit more accessible for the average player, and in a way also proof that the average player doesn't have to settle for something small scale if they don't want to. Like the Guardian farm was a good example of that. Like, we went all out on that because I wanted Prismarine for the foreseeable future. And I got it now. And I think it's really nice to show new players that the sky is the limit, and then say, okay, we can back off our ideas slightly here. So where is... I have a librarian around here who's already mastered his profession and trades me name tags. Is it you? I think it's not this guy. It's one of the swamp guys. If I could look at the belts. There we go. That's you. I need a name tag. Because I want to officially name that golem now. Did I put the redstone shulker box? Did I put the anvil back in there? Where did I put that? In before it turns out I like threw it into the lava or something. Oh no, it's right there. I'm calling this guy Logbody because I like the name. Boom. If somebody pushes him out of there, it's going to be a sad day. But like, if you push him over there, it just looks like he's part of the log in this slightly sad but ultimately quite hilarious way. Also, if we have this anvil here, it really needs to go up here with the rest of the blacksmith guys. Let's put that by the blast furnace. Maybe one out from the blast furnace, like so. There we go. Dasher pack, that's not how the plan command works. The plan command is basically there when I try to be sarcastic to people. Survival guide is excellent for new players, best since PSJ. Oh, thank you. That's a huge compliment, believe me, because I know a lot of people hold up PSJ as basically like the godfather of the Minecraft tutorial Let's Play. And while I'm not that familiar with his series, it's always a delight to be compared to him. You're about to start a new village as well, and love that you're making one at the same time. Yeah, I feel like this is also, in a way, a cautionary tale. Sort of, because there's a lot of stuff that has gone well with this, in terms of like breeding and everything, and there's a lot of stuff that has gone wrong. But hopefully when they fix the pathfinding issues with villagers, which apparently in 1.14.1 they don't have nearly as many issues colliding with the corners of builds, then hopefully that should be an easy fix and we can make slightly more artistic villages. Like, it sucks that you have to build villages simple right now. That's my main problem, is I want to build stuff that's got character and is fun and has slabs and stairs without the mobs completely freaking out. Logged in Infinity and Silk Touch librarians this morning. GG. I really want an Unbreaking 3 librarian. I feel like that's part of what I want to do today as well, is go through a few more of the trades that these guys have. And while, obviously right now, I've got a couple of really great villagers, and I haven't done too much trading with these guys, so we could, like, break and replace the lecterns and stuff if we wanted to. I'm fine just playing the game the way it's, I guess, intended to be played, and not re-rolling trades and just, you know, rolling the dice, throwing down some more lecterns, making some more librarians, and just having, like, a library's worth of librarians. Because I have a few unemployed villagers, including that one who threw himself into the lava not too long ago. Nick with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million. Appreciate the support, Nick. Thank you. But yeah, I'm more than willing to just go ahead and spawn some more librarians and see what trades they have, because I'm still unlocking, like, variations on the trades. Like this guy, my master librarian who trades me mending for 3 emeralds and everything, he doesn't even have a paper trade. That's the really interesting thing to me, is like he will trade some stuff for emeralds, including ink sacks, which I'm like, what? I need those. But I have an ink farm right now, so that would be like a huge source of emeralds from this guy. The fact is, he doesn't have a paper trade, so the sheer variety of trades that you can get from these guys is really cool to me. And this guy is clearly trading paper for emeralds, and we can bump his levels up a little bit. And then this guy can get bookshelf trades, which means we have books, and then we can break a bunch of those and, you know, trade the books back to these villagers. These guys all have lantern trades as well. It's so cool. Am I going to do a new series like Cobble Clicker? We haven't decided what's going to replace Cobble Clicker yet, if anything. Part of the great thing about Cobble Clicker was that it was a map that basically just suggested, hey, we can make an entire series out of this. Because it's a Skyblock thing, and Skyblock tends to do quite well on YouTube, but also it's more than just a single day experience, you know? Like, there are some maps, like the Granny's Horror House one that we played, for example, that is clearly just meant to be played a couple of times and then that's it. Curse of Binding? Ew, no. Yes, you. You with the books. He says to a librarian. They're all still going to that meeting point. It's so weird. Feather Falling 2. Okay, not bad. I'll take the glass trade as well. Librarians are my favourite set of trades. They've just got such good trades. Except when they trade you clocks. Mixed materials. You drop 2 materials, they make a new material. Interesting. Okay. Is it on Bedrock? I feel like Zloy is finding a lot of his recent success in playing Bedrock Edition. Like, he's on the Truly Bedrock server. He's kind of tapping into that market a little bit. So I imagine if we do another series at any point, it's probably going to be on Bedrock platform. I don't really need efficiency 4 books, by the way. I'm just going to trade those because why not? I've got a load of mending in here from that one guy. Let's throw down a few more lecterns over at the library spot as well. Let's get 1 or 2, I guess, here at the entrance. So we should have a couple new librarians. A couple fresh boys. Next time the workday rolls around, because there's definitely a few here who just, like, don't have jobs. They're around the place. This guy, as an example. That's an expert guy. It bugs me that you can't see the badge from the back, and half the time they're walking away from you. Yes, it's on Bedrock. Okay, good. Good. Minecraft Rock Bed Edition. That's what this guy has. You an iron guy? Oh, that's the Curse of Binding guy. I guess we can trade some paper with you as well. Afraid to venture out to your village because of chunk loading issues. The chunk loading issues shouldn't be a problem for, like, actually traveling the world, as long as you're okay with waiting for the world to load in every now and again. For me, it hasn't caused a huge amount of, like, problematic glitches. Did those guys just breed on my bed, by the way? Pretty sure I saw, like, a... Yep, there's a baby villager. Lovely. when I think 1.14.1 will come out. I think they have a couple of other issues that they want to address. At least I hope they do, considering that the community has brought up some issues lately. Stuff like, there's some serious breakages with Redstone. And if you guys aren't following DocM on Twitter, by the way, do yourselves a favor. If you want to keep up with some of the stuff that people are noticing about bugs in the newer versions and stuff, he seems like a pretty good guy to follow. The villagers tend to breed in a certain place, like next to bells or beds. They breed at meeting points, like either at the morning or the afternoon meeting. And the afternoon meeting takes place around a bell if your village has one. And if it doesn't, it's just at the center of the village. But right now, for whatever reason, my villagers seem to think that this is... Yep, see, there was a heart particle or two over there for a second. And the meeting is also when the farmers will distribute food, so you need to watch out for those meetings, because that's when the stuff happens. Breeding at the meeting sounds like it should get you fired, right? But yeah, like there's a problem right now with Redstone, where if any Redstone component receives a 2-tick pulse, it gets stuck. They probably want to fix that for the next release. Just saying. That's pretty damaging to basically any Redstone contraption. That's what was happening with my Blaze farm when we tried it on the stream the other day. Was like basically a 2-tick pulse is going into the trapdoor that like activates and deactivates the slime block flying machine. Oh, by the way, we have 2 more golems. 3 more golems, in fact. Iron farms are totally broken, though. Like, you can't do them in this update. That and the tree chopping issues are still not fixed. Oh, when the tree blocks updating is causing lag? Yeah. I don't know how they can really resolve that beyond removing that mechanic that affects, like, leaf despawning. Like, the distance from a log block being a thing. And people like that as a Redstone feature because it can be detected as a block update, but it seems like that's the source of the lag, primarily. I don't know anything about lag busting, though, so don't take my word for it. But that seems like the obvious candidate to me. The villagers won't breed on your server. You tried giving them food and they won't pick it up. If you have disabled mob griefing, you need to re-enable it. Because mob griefing basically affects what all mobs do to the world, and including like creepers exploding, breaking blocks, endermen stealing blocks, that kind of thing. It also affects whether or not farmer villages can break crops, and villagers will not pick up food if you have mob griefing enabled. Which is probably something else that they need to revert as a change, because that makes no sense. Like, it makes sense not having your farmer villagers break stuff, I guess, but then still you should be able to feed your villagers manually. But yeah, either that or I think they can still be made willing to breed if you trade with them. But food is a good way to get an infinite villager breeder going. Then again, with the new changes to how professions work and being able to re-roll professions, you really don't... It's a one emerald flame trade. You really don't need an infinite villager breeder anymore. If you want to play it smart, then you just don't need one. Obviously, if you want to play things a more traditional way, then you can, but that's sort of up to you, you know? Hey, Silkjar, what's up? Is there somebody else? Was there another stone badge librarian around anywhere? Oh, there's one over here. But you're an emerald guy already. That's the guy with fortune. Interesting. How did I get so many emeralds? I traded a lot with villagers. Like, it's pretty easy when you have trades that are this good. Like, that guy's going to restock that trade soon. We can also... Where's the other guy we can trade books to? I guess written books are an option as well, but... Don't really want to do that. It's efficiency, infinity, fortune. There is another guy. Maybe it was the guy who was standing over there. Made an infinite breeder for tools, weapons, and armor. No, exactly, yeah, like, you can find out... Yeah, here we go. That guy's now a master. Watch his gem change. There we go, very cool. And name tags for 13, that's great. Yeah, you don't find out what tools they have later on in their profession, like, right away. This guy, by the way, trades 17 flint for an emerald. Oh, choice! I like that. Good man. Because those of you who have been following this series for a while know that I absolutely hate flint, because there's no need to get it from gravel. Gravel is a block. Flint is an item that is useless once you have a flint and steel and a skeleton spawner. So it's kind of nice to me that you can trade flint for emeralds now. That's very, very good. Finally a use for the Fortune 3 shovel. I know! The much maligned Fortune 3 shovel. By the way, I need to put down another smithing table, because I have 2 toolsmiths now, and one of them just wanders around. I'm slightly worried he's going to go in the hot tub at some point. I actually tested it out in creative mode. That's the thing I was testing before the stream, was if I could raise the zombie up a little bit so that the iron golems couldn't hit him. But then when the zombie scares villagers away, sometimes they get close to him, they're scared, but the block they pathfind to is on the opposite side. Again, mob pathfinding is broken, but it's less like they don't maintain a radius away from him. They wander close and then they go, ah, but sometimes they go, ah, across the lava pit, which is not good. So, yeah, I'm keeping half an eye on this and trying to, like, fend them off a little bit if I see anybody coming close. But the villagers should be steering clear of the zombie, and most of the time they do. It's just that they try and, like, pathfind in weird ways sometimes, which is unfortunate. You're off to work, half stack. Have a good one. Don't work too hard. Thank you so much for stopping by today's stream. Do I use any texture packs? No, just the default textures. The only resource pack I have enabled is Vanilla Tweak's Lower Shield, because I like to use a shield, but having it on the screen constantly means it gets in the way if I don't have Lower Shield. So, yeah, that's me and texture packs. My whole philosophy on texture packs when it comes to making my YouTube series is that I don't want to give anybody, like, a false impression of what Minecraft looks like. Multi-shot. Oh, yes. I will take one of those. Thank you. I can't put it on my current crossbow, but I'll definitely get one another time. But yeah, I don't want to give anybody, like, not like a false impression or whatever, but I don't want to... I want to make sure this series looks like what Minecraft looks like to everybody who plays it on all devices. The default Minecraft experience is very much what this series is about. Revisants, welcome along. Glad you can make it to a Twitch stream. Why do they still think this is the center of the village? I put the bell over there. And for so long, they were gathering around the bell. These guys have it right. These guys know what's up. You, novice toolsmith, you are clearly the best villager in this place. I feel like if I nudge them slightly in that direction, they'll probably wander off towards there. But, like, seriously, why? Also, feels bad, man. Am I going to change this world to a server? Probably not. I like it being a single-player world. And I'll probably provide a world download for it at some point, but I don't know when. See, I had the bell attached to that for a long time. And they seem to have gotten used to that, and now they won't break the habit. It is also kind of the midpoint between all of the village workstations, because I have like 3 or 4 composters over here, I have these over here, and I have all of the other workstations on this side, but that shouldn't make a difference as far as I know. And previously I put the bell down there, and then everybody was meeting over here regardless of where all of the other workstations were. So I wonder maybe if I break those composters and I bring them over here, if they will then treat that as, like, the village meeting point, and the bell just isn't doing anything. Where do they go if you ring the bell? They go to beds. Beds are just their house now. Like, it doesn't matter if there are doors in the village or not, they will run to the beds. Also, no iron golems tonight, apparently. It's so funny that they can get into beds before you do, but it totally makes sense. Look at all these guys trying to get to the bed, though. Yep. Hey, Riffraff, I'm good. How are you? You can trade bells from blacksmiths, iPrime. You can get them from weaponsmiths, toolsmiths, or armorers. And I'm pretty sure it's a guaranteed, like, apprentice trade. Like, once they get to apprentice rank, they seem to always have it. I mean, I don't know if that's always the case necessarily, but I am 3 for 3, so... Let's trade some paper with this guy. Like, this armorer had it as soon as I unlocked more than those trades. The stonemason doesn't count. The weaponsmith has it there. Both of my toolsmiths have it, I think. Although, actually, no, only one of them does, because I've only unlocked one of them to apprentice level. I'm so paranoid about this thing. Just open pit of lava in a village naturally indicates chaos. How did the iron golem get into the ground? There is a grass path block here, and I think he spawned inside it. He spawned, like, there, basically. And because it's not in his head block, he's not, like, suffocating or anything. I don't think I could put a block down there. Oh, dear. Oops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Oh, no. Logbody, I'm sorry. Is he going to be mad at me every time I go over there now? Let's see if flying away will, like, remove that aggro or something. Also, check out this funky world generation. Looking forward to that going away. Rampage Steel just died to the Ender Dragon and lost all your stuff. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Be my friend? Okay, we're good. We cool. Me and this boy, we're alright. I don't want bad reputation in the village. Hey, we got a golem. Nice. Productive morning meeting. Well done. Let's bring this guy over to the zombie. Hello, welcome to the village. Consider this your initiation. Get in the lava. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Gonna introduce you to my friend. So weird. So weird that happens. And yes, I tried 1.14.1 pre-1 in the stream on Tuesday, and it fixes the chunk loading thing to my satisfaction. And I'm pretty easily satisfied, but it's still very nice that it's fixed now. Iron golems take so long to die, by the way. So much health. It's absurd. No, that was it. Cool. Got a running total of the iron we farmed from golems on this stream. 63 so far. Not bad. Is the lava elevated? Yeah, it is. It's on top of fence gates. Your village seems to keep spawning golems and you don't know why. It's because villagers generate golems based on this system called gossip. And typically they don't have much else to gossip about. Unless you, the player, do something positive or negative to them. Most of the time they'll be talking about golems. And most of the time it won't be particularly, like, urgent gossip. Which is why they're not spawning golems 100% of the time like they do in iron farms. But eventually it builds to a level where they're like, yeah, no, we should probably have an iron golem. And then that's when they spawn. And so it just happens regardless of whether or not there are enough iron golems for the village or not. Why not make a hole with pistons on the side which suffocates the golems when you press the lever? I mean, there are a lot of better solutions to this. I agree. But, you know, they would be harder. Capture a pillager and put him underground. I mean, for a start, that involves capturing a pillager. Secondly, a zombie would basically be like the same as a pillager would, really. And thirdly, if you put him underground, I don't know if the iron golems would pathfind to him. Why is it that you never see your headset on me? Because I record without... I record with headphones. I stream without headphones. I have my speakers on right now. I just have a good enough microphone, and it's got like a cardioid pattern, so it only faces me. That typically you don't get a lot of bleed from the speakers. I have the speakers on pretty quiet as well. That tends to help matters. Anyway, what I was gonna do... You right there, friend? I was gonna move some of these composters around. Which one are you? Where is Montague? He doesn't have a tool station right now. He seems to just kind of wander around the village. It's not him, is it? Nope. Did the villager fill the composter? No, I did. I put some leaves in it. It was part of the time lapse the other day, but... Or today, I guess in today's video. That's when the time lapse happened, but like... Nah. You're not Montague. Where is he? Where is he? I'm ever so slightly worried that some of my my villagers have just wandered into the lava on occasion. But yeah, there are definitely better solutions to this. I just can't be bothered investing the time in them right now. There's Montague. Hey you, come this way. Hey, what's up, Gray? Glad you could make it to a stream. Glad you're enjoying the survival guide series. I think we've explored all we need to with this village as well. I think we're probably not going to extend this project beyond this week. See, he wants to get to that zombie, but... Okay, he's just wandered over there, I suppose. That was the best case scenario. I keep scaring all the cats, too. Will the golem issue be fixed in 1.14.1? I have no idea. I don't work for Mojang. Go to the bug tracker and find out. Excuse you? What just happened there? Did I, like, glitch into a block or something? Maybe I did. Anyway, got more than a stack of iron now, so the system works. Albeit in a very flawed way. I'm going to move these composters. And see if that makes a difference to where the meeting point is. Sorry, farmers. My dude, You okay? Get out of the water. No, I think he's pretty stuck there right now. Am I going to update the villagers' houses? I mean, not really, because the issues there are with them right now are all going to be fixed, hopefully, in future updates. So I would much rather not undo all of the work I've just done on them. So now we have all of those back, which means all of my farmers are farmers again. In fact, I have more farmers than I had before, because it's not been the job switching portion of the day quite yet. Cats do keep spawning in villages. I assume their spawn conditions are similar to passive mobs, where you have to be at least 23 blocks away. Like how in Skyblock you have to go a certain distance away from a grass patch in order to spawn like cows and sheep and so forth. But yeah, as far as I can tell, they just show up occasionally. And you feed them fish. Got a multi-shot book. Why don't I use more nature in my builds? Because it confuses the villagers. The rest of the time I got plenty of nature in my builds. It is the nature of villagers to be confused. I need to unlock more of that guy's trades, but he doesn't have anything I can trade for emeralds. It's these guys that do, and that guy hasn't refreshed his trade yet. I'll get more from you. Do I plan to work on the nether tunnel soon? I already have the nether tunnel to this place. Or did you mean the hub? Because, I mean, yeah, eventually. Probably on a stream sometime, but I don't care that much about it. What's important for the series is that the nether is functional for me, which it currently is. It's not great looking, but it's functional. Once again, the plan is to do everything eventually. Am I going to update the trading hall? I don't know, to be honest. I feel like this feels like the new trading hall until I want to do a couple of really neat things with bells and a trading hall. Like, I have a very obvious idea, I guess, but if you imagine a setup where the villagers all kind of mill around in one place and they've got their various, like, workstations that they can go to, but if you ring the bell, they act as if a raid is happening and they all run indoors. And so the idea behind that is that if you ring the bell, they all go to a bunch of individual trading booths, and so to have like a player facing side where there's just a bunch of doors. Is that jelly? Guys, is that jelly? Jelly. 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 Oh, she ran away. Oh, bless. Hi, Jelly. Shemis, or Shemis, has subscribed with Twitch Prime for 2 months. Thank you so much for the resub. There's some sub hype in the chat. Some jelly hype as well. Yes, indeed. Hey, 2 iron golems. 3 iron golems today. Wow, okay. Productive. Good talk. Really wish they weren't spawning them around the beds, though. Feel like you need a Jelly explanation. Jelly is Good Times with Scar's cat. And she was added to the game for Minecraft 1.14 as the result of a community vote that they announced at Minecon and then just happened over the course of, like, the end of last year, I think, or the beginning of this year. Look at the work ethic on these iron golems. That guy literally stood on his friend's head. But yeah, Jelly is basically Scar's like mascot for his streams and some of his videos. If you want to find out more about it, go to his YouTube channel, which I'm pretty sure is just youtube.com/goodtimeswithscar. I hate having to relog constantly, by the way, but I feel like if we're farming iron, then this seems to be the only way I can do it, is like leading them around. Such a great farm. I'm so proud. Scar published a Jelly Meets Jelly video yesterday. Nice. That's cute. Nope, that's it. Great. Let's go trade some more with the librarians. Trading books is my new favorite thing. There we go. Not this guy. This guy. I'm gonna take another multi-shot book just in case. It's nice to have more of them. Buy all the lanterns. Absolutely buy all the lanterns. And... oh, it's Jelly again. We'd also saw you watching Scar's video on Jelly yesterday and proceeded to have you play it for like 5 or 6 times. Yeah. It's pretty much the same with me, actually. I do love a cat. Get a little bit more paper to trade with these young librarians. This guy. You're only a novice, but one day, lad, you'll be a master. If I have anything to do with it. We need to get some ink to trade with that guy. In fact, do I have some on me? I do! Amazing! I was wondering if I had some of that. I'm not going to need like 3 stacks of it, no way. Yes! Trade me all the things. Fortune, knockback. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You're maxed out there, I get you. Who else? Ah, you have an ink trade too. Brilliant. Can only ever trade like 8 things at once. It seems like. I'll take the glass as well. Unlock more of your trades, sir. Ugh. Rubbish. Boring. People wondered why I wanted an ink farm. I mean, that happened well before the trades changed, so I can't exactly claim that that was intentional, but a happy accident anyway. You guys refresh yet? I did. Buy all your lanterns. Just the one from you, I guess. Loving 1.14, but your villagers can be quite annoying. I know, right? So when the workday finishes, let's see where they end up meeting. Because, I'm hoping it's down here. 20 bits from Fev. Has anyone got a name suggestion for your medieval village? Answers in the chat. Hey, Jesse High Five, what's up? What will happen to Mendelssohn now I have Mendelssohn? No, Mendelssohn's going to stay where he is. He's my dude at this point. Like, I can't get rid of him. Then again, I have so many mending books, I don't think we'll ever have to trade with him again. Seriously, why? Why have you done this? At least I know it's not the composters anymore. Okay, a little bit of lag there. Also a poisonous potato. Shout out to these farmers. Jungle and Swamp Village is unique, but Desert and Savannah are your favourites. I haven't seen the Savannah ones yet. We've been to a desert village. I've seen the plains ones, and I guess the tiger ones are also going to be worth checking out. Also, this guy has literally been stuck in that water stream for the entire time I've been streaming today. My dude. I would feel bad, but that's also kind of funny. Found a huge zombie village today. Nice. Did they all burn, or did you actually manage to save any of them? If you build a city for a villager, will they become citizens? I wish there was some kind of, yeah, like, second stage villager where they somehow get, like, more modern. It'd certainly make more sense than having a bunch of villagers that look like this running around a modern city. Can you imagine a villager in a suit? Like a mumbo-jumbo style suit. I say a mumbo-jumbo style because he's got a fairly recognizable Minecraft skin, but you guys know what suits are. I'm not giving you quite enough credit there. Hey, Mr. Moneybags, welcome along. It's going well. Doing some villager trading today. Tidying up this project. Figuring out whether or not they're going to spawn any more iron golems and occasionally luring them into a trap. Also, these scaffold things are nice, but as elevators, they're a little bit imprecise to use. Having a little bit of a hard time here. Mumbo with a village ahead, basically that. Basically Mumbo when he was tagged in the tag game Hermitcraft was playing. I think the main problem with the trading system right now is that it does involve you having to run around and find specific villages quite a lot. I like the organic nature of having the villagers just going around their daily routines, doing stuff. But, yeah, it is kind of tough when you have to go and find one librarian and 6. And I get that the gem on their belts is supposed to show you which ones you've traded with before, but when you've traded with all of them to, like, master level, it really doesn't make a difference, does it? Congratulations, you're now a journeyman. Mending for 15. I mean, you're selling a little high there, my friend, but there you go. How do you find the motivation to play Minecraft so dedicatedly without getting burnt out or anything? I mean, right now it's just the sheer amount of love I'm getting on YouTube and Twitch is the main motivator. Like, I would probably play this game a lot less if I didn't have a YouTube channel that was centered around it. But it's also just realizing how much potential there is in vanilla Minecraft. I feel like I've really come to realize that in the last year or so, is that there's so much stuff I can do in this game, and so much stuff that other players have already done that I can, you know, take as an influence. What about if I do this? There we go. I'm probably going to lose the lead now, aren't I? Take that as a yes, unless it's down here. Heyo! We got it back. That's so funny. What's my next big project? I don't know. There's a few different things we can do. I do want to finally eat that enchanted golden apple that I've got in my ender chest, because we have literally just that to do in husbandry. I need to use up a diamond hoe now that's possible. I need to breed the 2 new animals. So I guess foxes I've now done. What else we got to breed? What else is new in this? I guess cats. I need to tame all the cats. And then, yeah, do some of these advancements and stuff. That's all advancement stuff, though. That's a separate deal. In terms of other projects and stuff to do, there's quite a bit to do around Founder's Forge still. I still haven't done things like Creeper Farm and Enderman Farm. Various other, like, large-scale mob farms like that. There's still a bunch of stuff like that to do. He's upgrading from a journeyman to an expert. And from an expert to a master in a moment. It's weird, his XP bar is full, but it doesn't mean that. And that's Curse of Binding for 9 emeralds, which is not something I want. Sweet. The series going to last long? As long as it can. I literally don't plan to end it anytime. Or I don't know what the ending would be. Would I do an auto tree farm? Yes, absolutely. Now, some of the other stuff I have yet to explore from this update includes TNT now being able to drop 100% of the blocks it blows up. Yeah, there's like a few other mechanics like that have changed that are definitely worth exploring. I had a big list, but I think the villager project has just taken over more of my attention than I expected it to. Okay, he's now on like 3 emeralds, so apparently he's changing based on demand. Let's buy some glass. Oh wait, I don't have any emeralds, that's why. Sure, you. Yes. Good. I need that guy to refresh that trade. Sell ink to the guys that we can. I mean, sure, I've got enough books. Why don't we trade a few more of them? I can just buy some more bookshelves. We'll buy glass from you in a second. Who else we got? Ink to one of these guys. Yes, there we go. And this is the guy with the infinity trade, fortune and knockback. And he's a master now, so he's giving us a name tag for 16. Very cool. What can you use Curse of Vanishing for? I mean, it's a curse. You don't use it for anything. It just sucks. If you put Curse of Binding on something, then you can prank your server mates with it, or you can, I guess, like, challenge yourself to not use any armor other than the armor that you've bound to yourself. But it doesn't really have a use as such. It's more of like an inconvenience. Same with Curse of Vanishing. If you die with some gear that has Curse of Vanishing in your inventory, then it doesn't drop on death. It just gets destroyed. You don't get it back. There's a third golem over there, by the way, but I can't get him yet because I only have 2 leads. Savage. Pull one out for the golems. Actually, don't pull one out. It's like on my desk, but there we go. Now we should get those leads back. There's 1, 2. Good. Oh, and some more iron ingots as well. Very nice. Yeah, we've got a tidy amount of iron from this so far. It's a shame it's not more automatic at this stage. But I think I've definitely recouped the iron that I used to make this in the first place. Oh, Ginger Cat. Dear. Come back. I'm not taming any of the cats, by the way, because I'm going to do that in a video. Going to do like a village tour where I try and find cats in different places. I know I could probably get them if I just hang around here for longer, but I want to go and see the savannah villages, the tiger villages. Do I drink coffee? I drink coffee in a very rare circumstance, which is when I'm going out to see friends, and I can drink coffee as a social thing, but I'm going to have a very relaxed day aside from that, because I get affected by the amount of caffeine in coffee, and it stresses me out, and I can't have too much of it. So I don't drink coffee, like, casually at home if I've got work to do. Occasionally, if I'm, like, you know, I've got family visiting and my parents drink coffee and they're like, let's put a pot of coffee on, then I'll have one then, maybe, but I'm not typically a coffee drinker, no. It's 5 more iron, pretty good. You drink way too much coffee. I find that anybody who drinks coffee says that. That's the thing as well. They're like, I rely on coffee. Coffee is my lifeblood. It becomes my fuel. And I'm like, that sounds like a very intense thing. And I say that as somebody who's very into tea. Do I like Daft Punk? I like them, yeah. Got some good tunes. When Random Access Memories came out, I didn't like it nearly as much as their other stuff, but more lately I've gotten kind of into it. I think it's got some good jams. Obviously, Get Lucky is a very good tune, but I feel like they are more than that one song. Have I met Stampy? I've never met Stampy, no. I'd like to, at some point. What is my favorite jam? It's a good question. I have several. My taste in music kind of varies on a pretty regular basis, or if it doesn't vary, it's at least diverse enough that I can't say I have like a favorite song right now. Lately, whenever I need to put some music on for like energy and stuff, I typically put on one of the electro swing playlists that ZFox Music does. I like those a lot. There's one that Mark Watson from Mojang actually shared a while ago that got me into ZFox's playlists in general. Favorite Daft Punk album? I mean, Random Access Memories is probably it, but oh god, what was the one they put out a while ago that had like a black cover? I forget. I feel like I like individual songs from Daft Punk more than I can name like a specific album that I like, you know? Why not make an automated wheat farm? Exactly, why not? I'm not going to do it here. Not today, not on this stream. Because that sounds like video content to me. But I'll do it at some point. I think all of my librarians are maxed out now, and none of them seem to have the Unbreaking 3 trade that I crave. Yeah, that guy's maxed out. This guy is also maxed out. That guy is close, and I don't think he's going to have an extra book trade, because it seems like their last trade is always a name tag. Okay, Mally, you downloaded Twitch because of me. I appreciate that, thank you. Hope it lives up to your expectations. And I really wish these villagers would meet somewhere other than in front of the pavilion thing that I built. Will adding another bell fix the meeting point issue? Good question. I don't know. I might try it. Have I seen a tiger villager? I think I've seen them in some of the like promotional art and screenshots and stuff, but I have yet to actually visit a tiger village in-game and take a solid look at them for the video series. Bells for everybody, except these iron golems. For the bell tolls for them. Been trying to trap them and then drown them in sand. Yeah, no, this is the the result of today's video. Basically, this video that's going to come out tomorrow is basically me saying, I need a problem. I need a solution for all of these iron golems that are spawning in the village. Let me try and build this trap. And in theory, it could be an automated iron farm if the iron golems got close to it on a regular basis, but they all seem to be spawning over here by the beds. It's time for the evening mosh. These guys are so wacky, I love it. Have I found villages on top of oceans? No. But then again, I haven't really been exploring all that much since the update. I found this place, I went here in the nether. There's probably a lot of, like, ungenerated chunks between here and my spawn point. Oh, hey, 2 more golems. Iron for the Iron God. Poppies for the Poppy Throne. Multiple beds adds multiple meeting points. Cool. Or multiple bells adds multiple meeting points. The problem is right now I have 1 bell and it's over there, and they are not using it as a meeting point at all, which annoys me. Yes, I'm playing the soundtrack from VLC Media Player on my desktop. I don't have it, like, I don't have music turned on in-game. Can I try to fight a golem? I can try. I'll probably lose. Hey, there it is. Pretty good. This is the nether. I've just decorated it really realistically. Enjoy the, you know, moving realistic sun. It's all done by Redstone. You don't need beds to get baby villagers. No, you do. You need to have enough beds for a baby villager to claim it as soon as it's born, basically. Would I make automatic mining machines? No, that sounds boring. Thank you. I'm here all week. Tip you waitresses. Imagine an ocean village. You don't need to imagine it. Make one. Where's the other guy who trades ink? There's 2 of them who trade ink. Is it you? It is you. Lovely. Yes, so librarians' best trades are now books and ink, guys. Skull Daisy with the 100 bits. Thank you so much for the pun party bits. I appreciate that very much. Did I also? Yeah. I've noticed that my particles are set to minimal and I can't tell when these guys are breeding, so let's resolve that. Huh? I swear librarians are also the best way to get glass. Like, who needs to mine out a desert when you have trades like this? I keep getting confused, though, by the fact that they have those green particles, because that just makes me think they've refreshed their trades, and they haven't. Fortune 1, not back, name tag, yeah. Would I visit Psycraft for a tour? I mean, I guess. Haven't really thought about that, to be honest. I don't know if I'm the kind of guy they're interested in inviting, though. I am slightly jealous of the fact that villagers can sleep in the nether now. iPrime. It kind of makes me want to make a nether village just to show that off. And then be like, okay, time for bed, and then just explode. So good. Same with the end, actually. It'd be so fun to make villages. To make a village out in the end. Islands, somewhere. It'd be really cool. Although, I know they haven't done this. But it'd be really cool if you could have ender villages. Like the villages in the end. If you could get villagers there, you were rewarded with the fact that they had like a different costume. If you bred them out there, that would be cool. But yeah, to my knowledge, that has not been done. Does an observer trigger when a villager uses a bed? I don't think so. Why are you boys mad? Excuse you? Can I help? Okay, apparently that trade is locked up. They're mad because not enough beds. Oh, wait, that makes sense. If they're trying to breed but they can't. Right. It's kind of annoying to me that they have those particles, though, because it makes you feel like you're doing something wrong, but I'm like... Not my fault that you guys are down to clown, you know? Have I ever found a fossil before? I haven't, actually. And somebody in my community has actually given me the coordinates to a fossil in this world seed that I kind of want to go and excavate, because somebody asked me a while ago to do a video about fossils, and I just had never got the opportunity for one, because you can't find them at all naturally. Like, you just stumble across them, and so they're a little bit difficult to do like a showcase video about if you just can't, you know, summon one into existence. When you're ready. Make desert villages in the end. It's basically end villages. The problem is, if you start a villager breeder over there, it will generate villagers with the default costumes, like the Plains villager costumes. Because that's how the costumes work. If you don't, or the outfits or whatever, if you don't have a village that you're breeding villagers in a specific biome, it just defaults to Plains villager outfits. So you couldn't specify, I want desert villagers in this one, it would just give you Plains ones. Big Daddy Bongo, no. Pillager outposts are positioned based on your world seed and on world generation, rather than, like, they're not generated because you make a village. Get the feeling the 17th anniversary, the May 17th anniversary thing. I was like, it's not the 17th anniversary of Minecraft already. The anniversary thing is going to be Minecraft Dungeons or an actual Minecon where people can buy tickets. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're pretty committed to doing the whole Minecon thing this year. I think they're probably going to announce a couple of other, like, new Minecraft-themed experiences. They've got that AR thing that they teased on the Microsoft page the other day. That, like, artificial... whatever it is. Was it augmented reality? I keep wanting to say artificial reality, but that's not it at all. Yeah, they've got that AR experience they teased on the Microsoft Twitter, but they've also said in the past that they are developing some other stuff, like Minecraft Dungeons. Like, or not like it, but, you know, when they announced Minecraft Dungeons, they said it was one of several experiences that they plan to put out in future. So, I presume that they might announce a couple of those at the anniversary thing. Try again. Do I think they delayed Minecraft Dungeons because of Hytale? No, I don't think they ever announced a release date for Minecraft Dungeons, so how do you know it was delayed? I think they've just been working on it. I don't think Hytale has made a shred of difference to what Mojang is doing. Hey, the Vixen, thank God I'm streaming. Why? What happened? Seriously. The fact that they're all trying to breed right now and they can't is hilarious to me. They're all just getting mad. They're like, but there aren't enough beds. I'm like, I know. But we're all so well fed. If you had just used the meeting points that I assigned you... Should go back to the Dungeons trailer and see what 1.14 stuff is in there. I'm pretty sure pillagers make an appearance at one point. I do kind of hope that if 1.15 is the next update, is going to be focused on combat, if there's potential for the mage class that they kind of showcased in Minecraft Dungeons trailer to be part of a future update. You're at work, but it's so incompetent you haven't been able to work for 2 hours. Oh, I'm sorry. It's never particularly encouraging, is it? Am I ever going to start a raid in this village? I don't know, to be honest. I'm kind of so attached to it because I built it from scratch, and I also didn't necessarily build it with raids in mind. It would be interesting to start a raid here and see what happens, but I would probably prefer to do it in a test world so that I didn't just lose everything that I've already worked to make. Like, I've named villages here and stuff. Like this guy who stole my bed. How do you... Okay, you can look at his face and you can still see the name tag. That was a bit weird. But yeah, I would do that with, like, backups and stuff. Build more defenses on the outside of the walls. That's the problem, though. I don't know if the raid stuff would spawn inside because of how big this area is. I don't know what it decides to count as the outer radius of a village. Because I have some workstations over here, for example, but the village center is over there, and the beds are all focused around there, so could pillagers spawn, like, here, for example? Because if so, they're just inside the walls. You know, like, I've built this wall, but not on the assumption that the pillagers are going to spawn outside. I just built a wall because I wanted a nice big space to do whatever I did with this village. Like, you automatically make the assumption that, like, because this thing has some walls built around it, that's going to count. And it doesn't at all. As far as the game's code is concerned, then pillagers could potentially spawn somewhere around here. They just have to have a grass block within about 40 blocks of a village, I think. But I don't know what counts as the outer boundary of this village yet. Time to make the walls out of villagers. Attack on Titan. Yeah, we'll embed iron golems into the walls. One block down. Wiki says raid spawns 0 to 1,024 blocks from the village. That's helpful. That's very helpful. Do I watch or read Attack on Titan? I've read bits of the manga. I think I read to the point where I was past where they got to with season 2 of the show, and then I watched up to season 2 of the show, and lately I've just kind of, like, not cared as much about it. I'm not as into it as I was for a while. I think I just kind of... The hype died down for me, I guess. But I get like that with shows. A lot of the time I don't have much time for shows to kind of, like, invest fully in. You came in so quietly then it almost startled me.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, a lot of the time I don't have time to invest too much in shows. Like, we watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine pretty regularly now just because it's a fun show, but it's not like a huge investment or super tense. I feel like that's the other thing about shows like Attack on Titan now, is that they're just too intense for me. It's too grim. Like, watching horror stuff and watching, like, I don't know, Game of Thrones and everything, like all of this political intrigue and everybody stabbing each other in the back and then giant battles and stuff, it's just too much for me these days. I want some peace. I haven't watched Game of Thrones since season 4. Yes, that's right, I'm using your smoker. What of it?
Fish?
I'm smoking potatoes, apparently. But
A jack of potato. you.
Yeah, but it makes them like twice as fast as a furnace does, which is nice. Cool. Nice. Glad you're diving into it head first. Can I say hi to you from them?
No.
No. Denied.
No, of course.
GG.
Hello. I can say hi to you from me.
GG chat.
I'm here.
Smoke this. Stick that in your smoker and smoke it. Poisonous potato. I need to trade with this guy as well. Let's get some coal. Just flinging myself at this lake. Can you say hi to me from them?
Bryce says hi.
I'm confused by all of this.
Says hi. Hello. You doing well?
Yeah.
You got like all these little people in outfits.
Yeah, they're not quite so cute in terms of how they behave right now, but it's fun. He does have an eye patch.
What is on his head?
It's a lily pad.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I was like, you can see a slime on his head.
Yeah, these guys are villagers from the swamp, so they've specifically got like swampy costumes. Also, people in my comments keep pointing out that the jungle villagers look like hamburger. They've got like this kind of ocelot pelt, but it looks like a sesame seed bun. And then they've got lettuce and like a brown bit in the middle that could be like the patty.
Like
And
a belt, but it looks like a slab of meat.
let me try and find like this is an unemployed jungle villager, and he looks like a hamburger from the back. If he can actually, he's like, don't look at me, I'm self-conscious. But look at that.
It's totally hamburger.
Like all you need is like a strip of tomato there, and he looks like a hamburger.
Yeah, like a little like red ribbon.
It's really good. It's very, very good observation. I enjoy that so much. But yeah, I have all of these guides to trade stuff with me, and the villager costumes used to be so much more boring than this. Like the toolsmith and the weaponsmith just used to be the same looking dude with the black apron, and now the weaponsmith has an eye patch, like he's poked himself in the eye with a sword or something. And the armorer, where's the armorer? This is a stonemason, so he's got like a little
apron?
Yeah, he's got a little apron and like tools in his. He's got like a little hammer in his belt. It's fun. There is this guy. He's the armorer, so he's got like welding goggles and stuff.
That's so fun.
Super good. He doesn't have any good trades right now though. There's another guy around here who has better trades. And the librarians all have books on their heads. Like the bookmark is like hanging out. Yeah, he's like, you have things to trade? Hello. And yeah, I've been trading with these guys a lot.
It's like a little mortar board.
Yeah, it is kind of. It's like a graduation cap
Yeah.
kind of situation. Yeah, but no, they have the good trades. Hence why, like, they've all got these little gems on their these badges on their belts that signifies how much you've traded with them. So the diamond ones are like fully upgraded and they've got all their trades unlocked. It's neat. It's a good system. I like it a great deal. And right now they are
Kissing over there?
they're trying to breed. Eventually you'll see the kind of like thunderbolt particles come up. That means like we don't have anywhere to like raise a child because there aren't enough beds.
Oh, more beds than that?
Well, there's tons of villagers. They all take up these beds right now.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, there should be like more beds in the village if they want to breed, and they can't.
So there's some sort of amorous frustration happening with you?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
They're like, oh!
There's a lot of terms we could use to describe that, but we won't because this is a family-friendly stream. So instead, we will go back here and trade with some guys. That guy's unemployed right now. Where's Montague gone?
People keep telling me to show my face. My face is here. I have one. It's just hard for me to show my face without like
Getting up in my
like
business.
this.
Getting up in my business like the villagers have been.
Because of the way the crop like I'm going like this and you can barely see my hand, and my hand is like maybe an inch from.
Yeah, the webcam is
your
facing
shoulders.
that way, so.
Yeah. Is it? Can you see further? Oh, you can. You can see further that way.
Yeah, there just
That
isn't
makes
anything there.
here really clipped. I see. So yeah. So I'm here. Hello.
This guy needs to come out from underneath this canopy. He's kind of got himself into a hole there. Come out, fool! Thank you, gosh.
He looks like a mummy.
They kind of do, don't they? They're meant to be like... Have you seen Castle in the Sky?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're meant to be like the robots from that, where they've got the vines growing up them. And they like... they go around the village holding out flowers to like the little baby villagers sometimes. Yeah. Oh, is Pre-2 out now? Good. Good. I'm glad that there's some more bug fixes coming through.
There's so many different things. Whenever you're talking about like the next bit and then the bug fix and the update and this, there's so many different little terms. I'm like, what? Is it big? Is it small? I don't know what the thing is. There's so many options.
So I've put down 2 bells over there as like potential meeting points, and they're still gathering around this. Just because I put a bell there once, they're like, nope, this is our home now. And I'm like, you guys.
Creatures of habit.
What? There we go. Full release projected for Monday. Oh, thank goodness. I mean, I hope that resolves a lot of the stuff that people had problems with, and maybe it'll resolve some of the stuff that we can do here at the village with actually making houses for them, but I think at that point I'm going to have moved on from this project and we'll be working on other things.
Hi, Fev.
Stargazer, they don't refresh at beds, they refresh at workstations. You need to make their workstations accessible to them. They just prefer the no longer existing bell. Yeah, it's a conceptual bell. They're quite keen on... Seriously, they're mad for it today, apparently.
It's really fun.
There's an iron golem there. There's an iron golem there.
Is that good or bad?
It's good. Right now I'm trying to farm the iron golems.
Oh, okay.
There were a lot more of them wandering around this village, and then I set up this little trap where they run towards a zombie, and then they all die in the lava.
Oh, no.
And it's that or have like a million iron golems roaming around this village, and it's how iron farms work in this game, so
Okay.
it's kind of
know.
the way we roll.
I feel like if we played together,
You would feel a lot more compassion for this game than I do.
I would be like, but no, we have to do it this way. When you played on...
I already get people calling me a snowflake for that one episode where I tried to, like, I made an argument against killing polar bears. So, yeah, I feel like people would not enjoy the level of emotion you have for things.
That's not fun. I enjoy the level of emotion I have for things.
So do I.
And yeah, like when we played on Xbox, we like played it and we were basically vegan. Or like
Yeah.
I was basically vegan.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not in real life. Because my diet is much more balanced when I don't have to remove large chunks of the food that I can eat. But yeah, I don't know, for whatever reason I was like, let's try and be vegetarian, basically. I think we still had, like, milk. There weren't that many options back then as well, so it was kind of like,
Yeah.
it was a bit more limited. Now there's a bunch more stuff.
I feel like I know more about the game now as well, so I'm like, we could just subsist entirely on baked potatoes.
Yeah, like, why not?
Can't remember if I even knew there were baked potatoes in the game before.
Do they have tacos?
No, they don't.
Do they have pumpkin pie?
They do have pumpkin pie. You could also...
That was my favorite.
You could also probably play with this one mod called Pam's Harvest Craft, which basically adds a ton of food and cooking and stuff to the game. You would like that. You can make like apple juice and stuff. And I imagine they have tacos in there somewhere.
Apple juice, that's like my home.
Yes.
The home of Martinelli's, man. You ever drank sparkling apple cider? That's where it comes from. That was literally the warehouse place where they made it and they pressed the juice was across the street from my high school.
Yeah.
And it smelled like apple juice on Fridays and it was delicious.
See, like I was saying, we've now
We
got
do have tacos. Sorry.
we have now got like 5 iron golems in this village. It's more than they need. The villagers aren't under any kind of threat right now. It's just like they make these guys because they have nothing else to do. Evidently they're trying to make other villagers and they can't, so they're like, big metal ones will do. And I'm like, come over here, fight this zombie.
I like the way they walk.
Yeah, it's fun. They've got one of the more like lumbering animations. They're also probably one of the biggest mobs, realistically. I mean, we have the Ravagers now, which are bigger, but they're kind of like of equivalent size. Anyway, watch this, because we may as well demonstrate what's happening. When I lead them over to that zombie, they don't pathfind to it, because pathfinding is kind of broken in this update, but then as soon as I relog the world, they're like, oh goodness, a zombie, we must defend, and then, yeah, that happened.
He was like, no.
Do a survival series with Mrs. Piffs.
It's me.
It's you.
No, I know. Also, someone was like, am I your partner? And then someone was like, your wife is in the name, but
Yeah. Yes.
I'm like, partner works too. Partner's
Yeah.
a nice, like, gender neutral term.
It's good.
Or whatever you want. Yeah.
Mhm.
But, like,
Yes is the answer to that
Yeah.
question.
Yes to all.
So yeah, I have like 2 stacks and a bit of iron now, which I'm happy about. It's involved a little bit more like shepherding the iron golems over there, because they don't tend to pathfind that close to Mr. Zombie over here. The cat is there. There are now 11 types of cat in the game, and there's an achievement you get for taming all of them.
We should have them all.
Yeah, that's definitely a future episode.
And they appear in the villages now. You don't have to
Yeah.
change them from ocelots, right?
No, ocelots still appear in the jungle, but they don't get tamed. You feed them fish and they trust you, so they don't
Okay.
like run away as much.
That makes sense.
But they don't turn into cats in the way that they used to.
Is there any Indian? Oh, I mean, like the food in the mod pack. Yeah, have a curry.
They might just be asking in the chat.
Oh, I was thinking they were talking about the food mod pack thing. Oh, but if there's any Indian people in the chat, then hello. Hello to everyone in India.
Hello to the entire Indian
The
population.
entire Indian subcontinent and diasporic population in the world.
Sup. You can spend a lot of time working on villages. I have so far. I'm quite ready to give up on this village now. And not like give up in the sense that I'm going to destroy everything. I'm just going to like go back to doing other stuff. But it's nice to have like a project like this underway and maybe come back to it when the villagers are being a bit more consistent in terms of their behavior. Yes, invites entire Indian subcontinent to stream. Suddenly we have 1.1 billion viewers. Is that it? Are we not getting the other lead back? I think we may have finally burned the lead. Maybe we buried the lead, who can say? Oh. The other fun thing about walking around villages now is that anytime the villagers are around their workstations, you hear the little sounds of them working. And anytime you hear one of those sounds, it means that they've like regenerated the trades that were locked up. So like if you walk past these guys, eventually you'll hear like a page turn when they're standing next to the lecterns. And that means that they've like refreshed any of the trades that were locked before. You see. I guess I've got this sugarcane, I can turn this into paper. Trade some more of that with these guys. Huh? I'll buy all your lanterns. Oh yeah, I need to get more books, don't I?
Can you put a book on your head like that, or is it something you do?
No, that's just a villager thing. It would be fun if you could like disguise yourself as a villager somehow.
Yeah.
Just add welding goggles to your character and be like, "Hey, I am villager." Huh, huh.
I like the little little themed outfits.
Mhm.
The hamburger help.
You like the hamburger?
And I like the little they have like a little robe and they've got like the belly pads, shoulder pads.
Yeah, they're good. They've got some good character now. And the guys from the swamp are different from the jungle guys, and there's like 3 other types of villager. Actually, there's 5 other types of villager. These 2 are like bonus ones. But there's like plains, taiga, snow village, savannah, and desert. So there's like 7 different.
They all have different like outfits.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The overlays for the professions are all the same though. So if there's like a desert villager, he's still going to have like a straw hat if he's a farmer.
Okay.
Is how it works.
Which makes sense to divide it.
Yeah.
Like, having to judge all the different outfits plus like the regional outfits. The work outfits, the regional outfits.
Saw some more people getting mad up there. They're like, why aren't there more beds? Air Razorblade, you got an Elytra, congrats. Good work. This is apprentice toolsmith guy. can trade some iron to him. We can trade him all of the iron we've been farming. Sure, why not? Enjoy. Oh, he's trading us good axes now, or at least iron axes. Jury's out on whether they're good or not, but let's buy a couple of bells from him as well. Bells are fun to decorate with, at least. And then Unbreaking 2 axe, Efficiency 2 shovel. Efficiency 2 diamond shovel for 1 emerald, guys. 1 emerald. Is it happening? Are they meeting in a different place? These guys seem to be. I don't know what's the deal with this lot. I think maybe it's just like this is the closest meeting point for a lot of them.
Maybe. Proximity.
But then...
First one they run into AI or whatever.
Maybe, but then there's like these guys over here, you'd think they'd pathfind over to the... Yeah.
Maybe it has to do with also where the beds are at, too.
I don't think it would, because like the beds were all there before, and then I put that bell in the swamp, and then they used to meet around there. But then I put a bell on this building, and then they started to meet around there. Maybe if I put it like here, it'll like lure them over. The siren call of the bell.
They're coming. Oh, no.
No, they're not. They're just milling around. They have like a mosh pit there for a couple of minutes. Also, if you ring the bell, they all like run to their beds. It's great. They're like, oh no, a raid!
Aw, you scared them.
And then, no, they're cool. They're chill.
Okay. Oh, coming in hot.
Here come that boy.
Oh, Lordy, coming.
And then, yeah, when they realize it's a false alarm, they just go back to doing their thing.
Like,
Like,
oh,
yeah.
let's cuddle.
Apparently.
Who's your favorite Avenger and why?
I don't know. Oh, I can't pick favorites. I feel like it would be Captain Marvel if we'd actually seen her movie, but we haven't yet. So I guess she can't be my favorite. How to find a village fast? Use a mapping tool like Chunk Base or Amidst. If you want to find a village without using external tools, get an elytra and fly. And then you'll find one just by, like, searching the landscape. Although right now with chunk loading being what it is, you might have a hard time actually finding something. I have more views than Iskal. That's probably because Iskal has only just started streaming, I would assume. I expect when he gets going he'll have like 1,000 or so, unless he's streaming something that's not Minecraft. So let's see if they now gravitate to this bell, because it's closer to this whole area. So maybe that bell over there is out of range for some of the professions. Interested. Hello, hi, Jasoa. With the 2 months of Twitch Prime, thank you so much for the support. Aha, more book trades. And that one's still locked. Do we have ink trades again? We do. Wonderful. Need to get a little bit more ink. Ink is going to be one of the easiest trades if you've got an ink farm of any kind. Even just fishing it out of the river, if you've got this kind of discount, is going to be pretty straightforward. Have I seen Endgame? I have. No spoilers in the chat for people who haven't seen it, because there are still some folks who haven't been out to the cinema yet, and it's not left the cinemas yet, so be respectful if you can, if you please. The best paper trade I have right now is probably like someone's got like a 17. Yeah, I think that's about it, which is not great as far as paper trades go, but then yeah, like there are definitely other trades which are better anyway. Like being able to trade 1 book for an emerald and 3 bookshelves for 1 emerald. And that's a couple more iron golems as well. I've only got 1 lead now. Hello. Come over here, please. Introduce you to a new friend. Acnifeno! It's, everyone who's subscribing has very complicated names that I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing right, but thank you so much for the tier 1 sub! Enjoy your emotes, welcome to the pixels, you are 1 in a million. Would I rather play Minecraft or watch a Marvel movie? Considering that playing Minecraft is basically my job, I kind of got to do that. Like, if we can make watching Marvel movies my job, then I'll do that all day, but... I think if you calculate the amount of hours I have done with both, I feel like Minecraft wins. See, the radius of their aggro is actually quite large. Once they aggro. I really feel like iron golems should be like blazes, though, where they can spot things from like 60 blocks away. That would be so much better than the current system. Apparently leads are very bugged out, so that's why I'm relogging, because if I lead the iron golems over there, they just don't pay any attention to the zombie. Like, their AI just forgets what they're supposed to do normally. They end up just like walking on a block around here, like real jerkily, like this. As though their programming's gone malfunctioned. But then when I relog, it's fine, and they're happy to just go about doing their own thing. I wonder if there are any iron golems hiding back here now. I think they're all cleared out, it looks like. There's probably still one over here in the river as well. Well, there was. I wonder if he's been finished off by skeletons or something. Gone on his own adventure somewhere, probably. Just pathfinding around the place. Oh. Yeah, the fact that I'm playing the Nether music in this otherwise quite peaceful village is pretty fun.
It's called Ballad of the Cats?
It is.
It's too ominous for cats.
I mean, cats are pretty ominous. We've owned cats.
They have their moments.
They have ominous moments.
But like, the only way it's most appropriate for cats is if it suddenly turns into like the Arrested Development kind of theme in the middle of it, because
It's true.
cats are also pretty like low feet and weird and just awkward.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a healthy mix of the two, I would say.
I need to trade more with these Smith type folks. The Smiths. They had to get a job and then they found a job. The toolsmiths and armorers and stuff. It's these guys with the like, got to trade like 17 pairs of boots. I don't care about your boots. Or your chest plates. Give me something else. There we go. Okay, now it's chainmail. I mean, alright. I'll take that too, I guess. Just gonna melt all this down for nuggets in a minute anyway. Give me that diamond stuff. Okay, bucket of lava for an emerald is reasonable. We'll do that. Let me get a shulker box and tidy all this stuff up. Or better yet, we'll use your blast furnace.
The person I was talking to for my Spanish lesson, I heard, I didn't ask at one point. Maybe I'll ask tomorrow since I'm doing her, but I heard a cat meow in the background.
Oh yeah?
And I was like, she has a cat.
Oh.
I mean, like, show me your cat.
Un gato.
Exactly.
Don't understand eerie noises. Eerie noises seem to happen whenever there's like a cave nearby, but I don't know if that's just one of those Minecraft urban legend type things that's not actually true, or if that's actually what happens. Why don't I make iron golems in my own base? I will eventually, and I used to when we had the earlier iron farms. Darting Lucifer with 100 bits for boots. Didn't realise there were so many enthusiasts. But yeah, when I go back to my main base, 200 bits from Ryan Groves. How do you use the elytra? I'm really bad. Well, turns out, luckily for you, I have a couple of videos about how to fly with elytra. There's an episode of Minecraft Survival Guide that's like an elytra flying lesson, which should give you some pointers if you're still not sure. This guy keeps nudging me because I'm using his blast furnace. He's like correcting my position. And so is this other guy. Wait, are they having a meeting? I don't believe it. Look where they're having the meeting. I moved the bell for you! Idiots. You give them one thing to do. Yep, I'm definitely clicking on the blast furnace. Oh, we ran out of fuel there. Bell haters. Yeah, I don't know what makes them think this is the village centre at all now, because it's clearly not anymore. Like, if I relog while they're doing this, is that going to make a difference? But I feel like I've probably relogged enough in the last little while that it would have changed. But yeah, like, for ages they were meeting over there because there was a bell there, and it seems like a few of them still do. But since I put a bell there and then took it down, they've just ignored it. I hung the bell up, like, underneath the block, like that. I'm like, does this have more power? Somehow? Like, what do the villagers see over there that they're not seeing elsewhere? It's utterly bizarre. They're worshipping the lantern. The lantern in particular. It's like the green light at the end of the dock. So yeah, now I have some more iron nuggets, I guess, from trading with that one guy. And this is the time of day when they're going to start spawning more iron golems. Yay for that, I suppose. Need to find the armorer again. Oh, and Montague as well. We'll trade with Montague some, because he's a toolsmith as well, so he's going to get us that sweet hookup with diamond gear. It is a very buggy update. Efficiency 2 Unbreaking 1 axe, 1 emerald. I'll take that. That's not bad. I'd rather trade the other stuff with him for now, though. See if we get ourselves a good pickaxe, because the pickaxe is like his last trade. It's like the last thing toolsmiths will give you. Unbreaking 1, Unbreaking 1. I want to get like a solid Silk Touch pickaxe trade. I feel like that would be the best outcome of this whole experiment. If I tried to remove and put back the beds in the village, I mean, no, but I didn't do that before either, so I don't know quite how it would make a difference. I'll put this bed over here now. They aren't bugs, they're future Psycraft farms. Yeah, and then Psycraft gets moody about it, so not sure entirely how accurate that is. Apprentice farmer. Okay, well, we've made a decent amount of iron this day, if nothing else. And a fair amount of glass, too. Where do you find the Minecraft soundtrack? If you go to C418's Bandcamp page, you can download it all from there for a price. You can also probably find the entire thing on YouTube somewhere. Somebody will have, like, re-uploaded it or whatever. Where my new golems at, guys? Bring me more iron. The zombie is hungry. It'd be great if one of the golems just spawned in this house. They're just in a house having an argument. Why won't you buy me a new bed? Alright, Lover's Corner apparently. Have I ever been to Minecon? I went to the 2017 Minecon Earth event in London. So it was still a live stream. I've never been to like a full multi-day convention Minecon. But yeah, I went to... They basically had a Skywars tournament and a couple of other things were happening at this event in London. So I went then. There's a vlog about it on my YouTube channel. The bell is supposed to override the geographic center for meeting point. Yes, that's what the swamp bell did originally. When I put the bell over here, first of all, they all went there, which is how come I have any swamp villagers in a place that is 90% jungle. See if I can trade a little bit more with you. Yes, good. Where's my ink trade? Look how all of these librarians are just masters. Except for this guy, apparently. Have I ever cheated in Minecraft Survival? Define cheated. Because some people think, like, me going into spectator mode to take a thumbnail screenshot is cheating because I'm technically using a command to do it. Some people are like, he's got cheats enabled in his world, therefore we cannot trust anything he says. But yeah, there's cheating and there's cheating, you know? Like, I don't spawn in resources for myself, as an example. I don't do anything that would be possible to do in survival Minecraft given time. Because that's not the point of playing survival Minecraft. What do I think of Tango's villager mod with villager genders? I mean, it's cool. It's cool that there is another approach to villager expansion. Not the kind of thing I'm going to play, but then I'm not into modded stuff in general. Nothing against the mod itself, of course. I think it's very cool that Tango is exploring that side of the game as well. Like, he's a guy who has a lot of talent for that stuff. So it's very cool to see him stepping into that role a little bit more. Although I miss him on Hermitcraft. But, hey, what can you do? Aggro range for a golem is 32 blocks, including pufferfish. I mean, if that's the case, then I feel like the golems should be coming to this zombie a lot more than they currently are. With the obvious exception of Logbody. There's another jellycat. There it is. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if the next update fixes golem pathfinding to the point where they can actually have better luck with that stuff. Unbreaking 3, Fire Aspect 1 Sword. Not into the fire aspect, but I'm into basically everything else about that. He has an efficiency 1 pickaxe. That kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that sucks. This armorer over here can probably trade a little more. This guy, we need to get buckets of lava for him, don't we? Do you get the bucket back? That's a question, because technically a bucket of lava is like 3 iron, right? Let's go to the nether and get some lava, shall we? You don't get the bucket back? Okay. Well, we can sacrifice a couple of buckets. I have a ton of buckets, and we're farming iron, so... Let's be real, it is probably one of the better trades that this guy has. Well, plenty of lava down there. Okay. This looks a little bit more doable. Hup. Hup. Hi, friend. You right? Gonna try pre-release 2 today. We could, I suppose. We did pre-1 on Tuesday. We may as well try pre-2 today. Naughty Plays gotta join the, oh, we gotta go play the drums in like 15 minutes. Are you a kit player or are you playing like some other percussion? I know you said the drums, so I assume the former, but always fun to ask. Right, you. Enjoy. Oh, wow, it does give them a lot of XP. That's good. That's a solid trade right there. Oh, protection 3 diamond leggings for 3 diamonds. That is a steal. Really not bad. So I'll take them. And then let's see what the rest of the trades you've got are. Aqua Affinity Protection 1. Protection 2, Unbreaking 2, Blast Protection 1. That's not bad. For 2 emeralds, a diamond chest plate for 2 emeralds. Ridiculous. Good work, sir. Approved. This, on the other hand, I do not approve of. Pretty good, though. Right? Pretty good. Bunch of broken so-and-sos. Anyway, let's try pre-2. I'm up for this. Do they need to sleep to refresh their trades? No, they just need to work at workstations. Anyway, we're not ending the stream quite yet. I'm going to back up my world, and we're going to try opening the backup in the latest pre-release, which has apparently fixed a few bugs. So, let's send this to compressed folder. Do the backup dance. Can I get your thoughts on Fortnite? No. Because I've never played it, so I don't feel qualified to give my thoughts. If you like it, then that's cool. I ain't got any problems with people liking what they like. So bear with me 1 second while I back up. Was it the 9th today? Yeah. Okay, copy that out of the folder. Open this, delete those. And then extract. Have I played CSGO? I have not. I'm not really into shooters. I played Destiny for a while, but I like that because it's sci-fi and it's PvE. I'm not really into competitive anything. I played a little bit of Crucible in Destiny, but that was about it. And I only played that because it was tied to a couple of trophies and it was, you know, where you could get some good loot. Survival Guide. Pre-2 test. Okay. Let's move that back into the folder. And open up in snapshots. 114.1 pre-release 2. Where can you listen to the Spawn Chunks? Anywhere you get podcasts, just search for it. iTunes, Android, Stitcher, Spotify. You can listen on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/thespawnchunks. Or you can find the posts that are made public on our Patreon page, or you can go directly to the website, thespawnchunks.com, and find it there. All over the place. We're everywhere. Just Google us. Okay, so we are back in... You can kind of see it down there if I lean that way. Pre-release 2. It says it right there. There. Pre-release 2. Pre-release 2 snapshot. And I have Survival Guide Pre-2 Test World backed up. I have a Discord, Northy, but it's only for my patrons. It's where we handle all of the chat related to my patron Minecraft server. I would love it if they all immediately walked over to the bell, by the way. They did it! They actually did it! Yes! Okay. Good. Lads, well done. Well done. Go team, in fact. Now, if I break that, please walk over to the other bell. Oh, you legends. Oh! The thing I've been complaining about for the last, 10 minutes. Actually, probably the last, 7 hours. How long have we been streaming? I've lost track of time. Brilliant. Never have I seen a bug resolved so matter-of-factly. I would try the leads on Iron Golems, but I only have one Iron Golem left, and that is Logbody, and I don't want to kill him even in a backup of the world. 140 bits from Yo Mom Plays with the party bits. Thank you so much for the bits, and yeah, I agree. It is party time. Also, let's fly around a little bit and load some chunks, because glorious chunk loading. Look at it go. It takes a second or two, but then this is loading jungle, which is always the more tricky terrain to load. And it seems to be performing pretty well. Ayo. That's really good. Very happy. Very happy. Alright. .114.1 Pre-2 Test is now live as the stream title. Refresh if you wanna. And they're actually pathfinding to the beds! My dude! Actual legitimate legends. Not sure why this guy isn't sleeping, but... Do you see how easy that guy went into the house? Like, he was just like, yep, I'm asleep here. And he did. Oh, so good. More houses then. I mean, we're in a pre-release backup right now. I'm not gonna, make a ton of houses in this version. Not yet. I guess I'm sleeping here. Yeah, I love the guy here just watching this kid sleep in his bed. He's probably reading him a bedtime story. Is that another cat? Don't drown, little cat. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna look away. I literally walked over to the cat to make sure it wasn't drowning in the water, and it ran into the lava. No. Nightmare. This is the problem when building iron farms in actual villages. It's the accidental cat murder. Bible thumps in the chat. Feels bad, man. Oh. Never again, chat. Never again. Delete this world. Cursed. This guy out here on his own. Dude, same. Would I suggest using the pre-release in your world? I would not suggest using the pre-release in your world unless you have a really solid backup, because apparently the full release of 114.1 is due out on Monday, is scheduled for Monday if nothing else comes up in the meantime. So you can wait a weekend for that, and there could still be bugs, we don't know. This has literally just come out today. So I recommend only using full versions unless you make heavy backups beforehand. It's a pre-release for a reason. That's, yeah. Another JT agrees. Alright. So we're a little bit jittery with the villagers walking around. I don't see any more iron golems, but we did change the meeting point twice. So I guess we'll see. We'll just fly around a little bit, and I don't mind wasting resources or whatever, because we are in a backup, like I said. So let's grab a bit of paper and make some more fireworks so I can do a bit of flying. Very happy chunk loading is better. Graphs all seem pretty normal. So I'm going to put doors on the houses. Yeah, I had them on there. I took them off. I could put them back and see if they interact better with doors now. Where are your doors now? Put one in there. One in here. Boop. I love watching them running around. It's so funny the way they run around the village. Nobody should be going in here because there aren't any beds, but they might explore there during the day. If I could add one biome to Minecraft, what would it be and why? Some sort of like bioluminescent biome would be really fun. BR Ranger with 2 months of Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for the resub. Can we see some resub hype in the chat, please? But yeah, you will, you'll find that whenever I'm asked about what new features I would add to Minecraft, like colored light is one of the things that I really like, and I would love the idea that you could stumble upon a biome that had a bunch of bioluminescent stuff, whether it's like mushrooms or some other kind of like magical fauna, or like a cave that had glowing crystals in it. I would love to see them add. This is something that's come up on the spawn chunks as a suggestion. I can't remember if it was a viewer or if Joel suggested this. But if you could get a set of crystals that you could group together in the same way that you group together like sea pickles, and if you had kind of like crystals hanging from the walls and ceilings and growing up from the floor, and they could be like sea pickles where if you put more of them together then you get more light, like the light level increases. Colored light seems like too much work. Yeah, no, I agree. But it's one of those things about this game, like I didn't expect a lot of the stuff that they made changes to ultimately. Like I didn't think sea life was going to happen, and then the update Aquatic happened, so they've changed the rendering engine recently. Like, I'm not holding my breath for it or anything. I'm not going to quit Minecraft if they never add it, but like I rather feel that it would be a fun addition. And definitely people have tried it in the past and they've got very hacked in solutions that create a lot of lag. But still, it would be kind of, it would be fun. It would be fun. Colored water. Yeah, I mean, they've got like the differences in water biomes and stuff now, and lighting is like a completely different thing. And yeah, I agree, it would be a lot of work. It would probably be very processor intensive or something, and it would cause a lot of issues to implement. But can you imagine going into a cave and it's glowing like a deep green from inside or something? Like, if they're going to update the world and include like caving updates, then stuff like that would just add so much atmosphere to the underground. It might not be as useful as all that, but if you can use it as something to light up builds, oh boy. Even just making redstone glow a bit redder. Having redstone lamps give off a different light than sea lanterns. Have sea lanterns give off a more kind of tungsten white color than redstone lamps giving off a warmer glow. That's what I would like, personally. I don't think a mining dimension seems like a good idea. I know it's been done in mods like the Beneath, but everyone already gets bored of caving. I mean, I say everyone, you know what I mean? I'm not speaking for everyone here, because I know there are some people who go caving to relax, and I do that sometimes as well, but I think there are already people who, they farm resources because they don't want to go caving for resources. And I can appreciate that adding resources to an area would, you know, encourage people to go there more, and you could have unique stuff that comes up, but then after a while that too would become boring. Whereas I feel like we're always going to need the nether for fast travel and stuff like that, so I feel like a nether overhaul is the better of the two options. Imagine if Mojang is watching and just makes all of this happen. I would prefer if they fixed all the current problems with the game first. But then I think so would everybody. Still really wish we had a librarian with Unbreaking. But then if I make it in this... if I get a librarian with Unbreaking, and then obviously this is like my pre-release backup, and and then we re-roll a different librarian later. Right. Now here is the test. If they spawn any iron golems right here, do they pathfind towards that zombie? Y/N. How about half slabs close to the sugarcane? No, I'm not fussed about farming the sugarcane. Like, the sugarcane is always just a temporary thing. If I wanted efficiency in farming, I would just go back to my sugarcane farm. And yes, another JT, I could check out the Blaze farm. I don't think it will be fixed by this update, but we'll find out. So that iron golem hasn't pathfinded towards the zombie yet, but it's still in, like, meeting mode right now. In fact, I don't think the iron golems are really beholden to the same, like, behaviors as the villagers, but we will see. Curry Kerry, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Back to back with the Twitch Prime, you guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million. I appreciate the support. Golem got real close to the zombie then. Did you see that? If it doesn't go over there automatically, I'll try leading it, but we'll see. I don't think emerald tools or gear is a good idea. For a start, they're too easily farmable. If they were going to be better than diamond or something, I think somewhere between iron and diamond. I'm on the fence about it. I've seen emerald tools turn up in other mods, and they're just like, I feel like it would be better if we could modify the existing tools cosmetically. You don't need more materials. What you need is better customization. Wait, is the golem now walking back with all of the villagers? Or is he's just pathfinding weirdly, right? Yeah, okay. I thought he was actually walking with all of the villagers back to their... Oh, careful. Are you sure about that, son? Wait, where did he go? Did he actually go in the... Oh, no, he's there. Look at the pathfinding. Look at the expert pathfinding. This guy's all at sea. He doesn't know what's going on. But no, the golem is actually making his way back to the center of the village. Interesting. You fella, come over here. Let me introduce you to someone. Yeah, that ain't fixed. Confirmed, still bugged. Quick relog. Instant. Oh, hi. We have lighting bugs now. We have that problem where mobs are spawning in any light level. This is why you back up your worlds, folks. I feel like that zombie might have glitched through the perimeter wall, though. Can't be 100% certain on that. Because I did see a few of them running around outside, and I kind of thought, did they just glitch through the wall because the world was loading slowly when I relogged? Or are we getting mob spawns in any light level? CN, thank you for the host. I think at some point along the way here we have got more villagers than beds. And I don't know how that has happened. They all seem to have been able to pathfind inside quite successfully though, which is nice. Aside from the ones who are clearly, like, homeless, bedless. Alright, Northie, catch you later. Thanks for stopping by today's stream. So they're always going to produce a golem over here if they have their morning meeting just, like, where the beds are. Yeah, that's zombies coming to save their brother. If I had attacked one of those zombies, then it might have been, like, reinforcement zombies. But I didn't hit this guy at all. Ryan with 100 bits, can I say hi to your brother Jack? Hello, Jack! Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for keeping you entertained for the last couple of hours. Hey, no problem. Glad you enjoyed it. Hope you have a good one. Would it be possible to move the beds to the swamp to reset the meeting point? I mean, yeah, it would. But, yeah, I want some iron golems to stick around. I was planning on making a second one of these, like, little iron farm module things over here. But then I saw how low the iron golem aggro radius is. I was thinking about making another trap up here, and I just kind of thought, why? Also, because all of the kids tend to pathfind up here, I would just end up, like, all of the kids wandering into the lava. When they run around the village, for whatever reason, they tended to go to that perimeter wall quite a lot. Don't know why. And cats. Yeah, cats too. Cats too. So yeah, we've got a good pre-release here. I think the stuff that isn't fixed yet is annoying, but is not like game breaking as such. Like, I don't spend that much time leading golems around on leads. Then again, I don't know what the other stuff that they fixed is and what bugs are still present. I guess I can check my blaze farm. That might be a good idea. Why some of the villagers are angry? Because they don't have enough beds to breed. They're willing to breed, but not able. What are the advantages to using a crossbow over a normal bow? Piercing and multi-shot. Also slightly faster reload time. But mainly I'm just using a crossbow right now because I'm not in any real danger. The bow is still better as far as, like, damage goes. Crossbows are only really worth it if you have a bunch of them in your hotbar and you want to, like, shoot them all from being preloaded. But that's really the only advantage they have over bows, is that you can get a quick shot off. If it's a matter of like who shoots who first, then obviously a crossbow is going to win it for you. But that's so rarely it in PvP contests, and that's not going to save your bacon against mobs. Then again, I would love to see a like a sword and crossbow combo. This music is weird in the Nether. Yeah, considering we've just had like all of the Nether music while I was over at the village. Alright, here's a test. Bit of a lag spike. Okay, that's promising. Now the other test. Can load crossbow with air. Was that a bug? That sounds great. Just like firing air at people. I know that's not tea. I'm sorry. Letting the side down again. Shane has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Enjoy your emotes. Welcome to the Pixels. You are 1 in a million. And I appreciate the support, Shane. Thank you. Nope, they still do it. Darn. Is the pack aggro not there, though? Sorry if I have, like, terrible frames for a second or two there. Is that other flying machine broken? Doesn't seem to be. Also, wow. Maybe I'm noticing it more than you guys are, but like, 49 FPS looks terrible. It's so jittery right now. Oh, that's horrible. Yep, they're all aggroed. So this is still broken, really. You could probably get away with it, but then they're going to light up the inside of the spawners. Actually, considering how far the floor is away from the spawner itself, that's probably not going to reduce spawns at all, but it could stop some of the... If it updates any of the observers, it could stop the flying machines from working. It's not ideal. Still. Could it be the new way light is transparent to stairs and slabs? Excuse you? No, I don't think anything that in the way the Blaze Farm is built. I mean, maybe those slabs could be making a difference there, but I don't know how I would fix that. I'm really not certain what I would do there. Oh, so nice being able to fly around here and having the world actually load. It still doesn't load particularly well. I mean, like, I have high standards, I guess, but like it doesn't load Optifine well, but it loads. Do villagers change jobs in the new update? I mean, I could try that with some of the guys down here, I guess. Let's try and create some new librarians. What just hurt me? I took full damage. It was very delayed, but I took full damage. Yep, we got some librarians. Nice! With some very regular trades compared to what I'm now used to. They've all started off with bookshelves and paper. And it's meeting time right now, so they're not going to change back until later. That dude's already a cartographer, but I think he was a cartographer from the original villager breeder. I think I've traded paper with him before. Yeah, so those guys aren't going to lose their profession until the next workday. Just to test that. We will see. They're all mad they can't breed as well. Yep, they can change and change back. And that guy has loyalty 1. Okay, good. So the I was a little bit worried that the trades there were just the same across the board, and that was just going to be how it was from now on. Curse of Vanishing. Cool, okay. Because a few people have been suggesting that one of the ways that you could prevent exploiting those librarian trades is to lock the order of trades they get and not have them have a book at the first, like, the first set of trades, which makes sense in theory, but... Yeah, fun thing about the Jungle Swamp Village project is that we never got any nitwits when we bred them. Not a single villager in that village turned out to be a nitwit from a breeder. So do nitwits only spawn as naturally generated villagers? Because I've not seen a nitwit. Like, these are all villagers that I generated as part of this villager breeder. I've got like 5 or 6 of the things. The things. You know what I mean. There is no use for a nitwit aside from breeding, I guess. They gossip villagers, potentially. Nitwit's a good bait, yeah. And I think, yeah, it is probably a good thing that you don't breed nitwits if that's the case, but I'm surprised if that's intended, because I feel like nitwits are the poisonous potatoes of villagers. You've just got to have one every now and again. And maybe that's another 1.14 bug that might be different in the next update, but it seems strange to me, that's all. Anyway, folks, I think we're going to leave it there. I think we are going to leave it there. Shorter stream today, but I've got a little bit of editing to do. And there are plenty of other people out there streaming Minecraft who we can drop a raid on. There we go. Iskall is streaming Apex Legends. I knew it. I knew it. Right, let's see who we can raid. Let's look out there in the wider world of Minecraft streamers. Thank you so much for the support today. Thank you guys for the bits and the subs and resubs. Very kind of you, as always. Show some support to your boy. Very cool being up this high on the the streaming. Let's see. Who else is out there? Multiplayer, family-friendly, French. Let's find somebody who's got like a nice low amount of viewers and drop a massive raid on them. Oh hey, Gibbet Gaming is streaming. They've raided us a couple of times. Let's return the favour. Says the channel is intended for mature audiences, so if that's a concern for you, do feel free to click away. But, of course, you can use your Pixel Hype emotes and the hashtag PixelRaid to show some love over at Gibbet Games stream. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Join the raid, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye for now.